Hi everybody. Hinduism is being mocked at from various corners of the world. There are a lot of Vedantic concepts which have not been explored at all. In this mocking Hinduism, it's one attempt to try and decipher what the Vedantic concepts and the Sanathana Dharma tells the humanity. Sripad, this was such a nice rendition.
Yeah.
Which song is this?
This is a song in Kannada, Satata Gananatha Siddhiyaniva. This is composed by Saint Purandaradasa, who is known as the Karnataka Sangeeta Pitamaha or the father of Karnataka music.
Can you just tell me the lyrical content of this?
Should I sing?
Yeah, please.
Okay, can I just put on this? ಸತತ ಗಣನಾಥ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯನೀವ ಕಾರ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತಿ ಪ್ರೇರಿಸುವಳು ಪಾರ್ವತೀ ದೇವಿ ಮುಕುತಿ ಪಥಕ್ಕೆ ಮನವೀವ ಮಹರುದ್ರ ದೇವರು ಹರಿಭಕುತಿದಾಯಕಳು ಸಿರಿ ಭಾರತೀ ದೇವಿ ಯುಕುತಿ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವನಜ ಸಂಭವನರಸಿ ಸತ್ಕರ್ಮಗಳ ನಡೆಸಿ ಸುಜ್ಞಾನಮತೀತ್ತು ಪರಿಪಾಲಿಸುವ ನಮ್ಮ ಪವಮಾನನು ಚಿತ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಆನಂದ ಸುಖವ ನೀವಳು ರಮಾ ಭಕುತ ಜನರೊಡೆಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೀ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನು ಸತತ ಇವರೊಳು ನಿಂತು ಈ ಕೃತಿಯ ನಡೆಸುವನೋ.
Wow, such a nice rendition.
Yeah, this is in Raga Mohana. I played on the Veena also in the Rag Mohanan.
Okay.
This is a pentatonic scale. Yeah, tell me, doctor.
Very wonderful song, very nice song. But I saw in this song there are a lot of terminologies which are being dealt with respect to the mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you just tell me them?
Yeah, we have words like Siddhi, Mati, Bhakti, Yukti, then Virakti, Jnana, Chitta, Sukha, Ananda.
So there are so many terminologies in the mind.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me which period of the time where he was there?
What do you mean?
During which time was Purandaradasa?
Okay, Purandaradasa was in the 15th century around, in the Asthana of Sri Krishna Devaraya.
Oh, that means during the 15th century itself there were so many things, so there were so many concepts in relation to the mind, the psyche, and the various aspects of the thinking process.
Yeah, doctor, if I can just put it like this, the whole Vedantic concepts have been brought down by the saints, not only Sri Purandaradasa, but many other saints in all regional languages of India, wherein they have made it easier for the normal person to understand
This
the
common
concepts.
man to know about all.
Yes.
Can you just tell me the meanings of these words?
Yeah, the first one is Siddhi, Satata Gananatha Siddhi. Siddhi is excellence.
Okay.
Then we have Mati, that is your opinion. If you want to opinionate, what are the options you have? Then you have Bhakti, that is whatever you do, you should have some devotion. Then Yukti, that's the logic. Then Mukti, even if you do something, you should not be engrossed in that so much that you are not able to come out. So you have to have an escape route for that.
So sort of an attached detachment.
Yeah, that is known as Mukti. Then you have Jnana, that is related to the
knowledge.
Yeah, that is not, you can tell it as knowledge. Then you have Chitta, that is the way you formulate things in your, or you analyze and reason things, that is through the Chitta. Chitta Chintane, that is you do research on that, analyze on that, use your logic. That is the faculty of Chitta. Then Ananda is the bliss. Then Sukha is whatever you do, you get it back. So if you do constructive things, you get constructive things back to you. If you do destructive things, that is Dukkha. So Sukha is the one to be said in a very simple manner. As you sow, so you reap.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised. There are so many concepts about all these things. How are they related to the Vedas? How did they come in from the Vedas?
As I told you, the Vedantic concepts have been brought down in the form of Upanishads. And these have been brought down in the form of regional languages. So Upanishads are the essence of the Vedas. If you want to relate this song to, say, Upanishads, as of now I can think of Taittiriya Upanishad, wherein we have certain sections. We have the Shiksha Valli, Brahmananda Valli, and in the Brahmananda Valli, it has got 5 further subsections, that is known as Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. So you have the terminologies like Manomaya, Anandamaya, Vijnanamaya. Vijnana is science. So they had these concepts even in the Vedas, and that has been brought down in the regional languages.
Okay, okay. So these are all the things which are coming from the Vedas, and these Vedic concepts have conglomerated into various types of songs by these
Yeah, to make it
saints.
simpler to the
And then
common
so that
man.
the common man will know
Yeah,
about it and
yeah,
know, understand
yeah,
about
yeah.
it. It's quite interesting.
Yeah. And you asked me about our ancient Vedic structure. Can you tell me this in the modern science? How do they deal with mind, and how did this develop?
In modern science, what I can recollect now is during the time of Aristotle, Socrates, the Greek literature, they were actually known as thinkers. That means they had the capacity to think better than other people. They thought that the mind is in the brain or in the heart, or you think with your heart, you think with your mind. It was not fully known. The actual anatomy of the body was not fully discovered at that time to the scientific people. So they were thinking there is something called the mind or the brain, or both of them are the same, both of them are different. And according to their own experiments, according to their own ideologies, various concepts came in. And Hippocrates also contributed quite a lot to the literature. Later on, The word actually psychology or the psychiatry came at around 1750s to 1800s.
Okay.
And during that time, the term, it was actually related to philosophy. Psychology was related to philosophy. And then this term came out as an extract of the philosophy into what is related to the mind as the psychology. And what I can recall now is William Wundt, who is from Germany. He is considered to be the father of psychiatry, wherein the whole terminologies and the various concepts about the mind are being dealt with as of now, what we see, with various types of changes which have been taking place over a period of time.
I think in that sense, our Vedas are much more...
I think they are quite elaborate and quite ancient.
Ancient because Vedas are eternal, according to our Indian tradition. And that was compiled by sage Veda Vyasa during the Mahabharata times. So that may be around 5000 according to our Shastric Indian calendar. And if you you just asked about Lord Ganesha, it is a invocation of Lord Ganesha too, wherein he is known as Satata Gananatha Siddhi Aniva. He gives the Siddhi or the excellence. And he is the epitome of excellence, because when sage Vedavyasa was dictating Mahabharata, he was told that Ganesha should not stop and he should understand the meaning of each word and write. And he wrote it so fast, understanding the meaning and the literary meaning and the philosophical meaning.
You mean to say he was dictating the Mahabharata, and Ganesha was writing.
Yeah.
And when Ganesha is writing the Mahabharata, he has to listen, understand, and then write it without stopping.
So, what are the mental faculties involved in this?
That means there will be a listening faculty, that is the auditory process, the understanding of what he has told, and probably understanding it in a proper way, reasoning it out,
and you have to write it.
Then again bring it out in the same terminologies, and then write it down in Sanskrit.
And if you take the mental aspect of Lord Ganesha, that's why he's known as Siddhi. Siddhi Aniva, he gives the Siddhi to us because he is the epitome of excellence.
So he is the person who gives it to others. So he is the epitome of all these faculties.
And
mental faculties.
In the Mahabharata, you find this Bhagavad Gita. Even Bhagavad Gita is related to psychology, the mind and other things. You know how Arjuna was in a turmoil in the Kurukshetra war.
Yes.
And Krishna brought him out of that. But one thing is that even though he is the Lord, he told, I am everything and I am in everything. But he never ordered that you have to do like this. At the end he told, even if he was in turmoil, that is Arjuna was in turmoil, Krishna said, Yathechasi tata kuru.
Tell me again.
Yathechasi, yatha ichasi tatha kuru.
That means?
Whatever you feel is okay, you do. It means that I have given all the Upadesha and it is up to you. That means from the turmoil, you have to come out of yourself. I am the guide. Even though I am the Lord, I am not doing anything, you have to do yourself.
That means whatever advice Krishna has given Arjuna, Arjuna has to listen to that, understand that, reason it out, and then
think, to come out on his own.
And think whether he has to do it or not to do it. And then he has to perform an action.
That is the mati.
Okay.
He opinionates. So in this song we have Satata Gananatha Siddhi Aniva Karyadali Mati Prayesuvadu. There is inspiration by Parvati Devi. Mukuti Patake. If you want to come out of any situation, you require the anugraha of Lord Shiva. Then Hari Bhakti. In whatever you do, you have to have devotion. So that is known as Bhakti. Whether it's the normal mundane works, what you do. It may be taking care of a child, it may be your office, it may be driving. You have to have something which you're devoted
amount
to.
Of passion and perseverance in your job.
And you should also have yukti. That is the logic, reasoning. And you should have the chitta. Whatever you do, you have to think. So that thinking aspect is there. Then you have to have, you have to derive pleasure out of that. That is known as Ananda. And after you have Ananda, you experience the whole thing, that is Sukha. And the whole thing has been brought out in this small lyrics of Saint Purandradasa. I think the whole, and as a neurosurgeon, I think you can appreciate it much better than the normal person.
Because all the concepts of how you need to do, how you need to understand what you should do, how you should think, and how you should bring it out into the actions, everything has been brought up.
Yes.
Really wonderful.
That's why it is known, in the Vedas we have the mantras. What is mantras? Mananat trayate. So you keep on meditating over that manana. That will secure you. Secure you from what? It doesn't say that you will not get any obstacles. It says you will get obstacles. But you have to excel in such a manner, both from the subtle body and from the gross body, that you have to come out of that. You have to escape from that, not in the negative sense, but you have to come out of that each and every step.
You have to face it.
You have to move forward
and then
by leaving the other things backward, just like a snake. It leaves its skin often. Yeah. In the same manner, you have to move through your life. So that's the essence of Vedantic concepts, which has been brought out in this song of Purandaradasa. It was a wonderful.
Telling so much of the Vedas. Can you just tell him, just recite a Vedic mantra on this?
Okay, we are talking of the mind. I think I'll play the Shanti Mantra.
Fine.
That's a piece. This one. These are based on 3 or 4 swaras or the frequencies, and you keep on repeating, and that gives you the peace. And
you used all 2 different combinations of the frequencies.
Yeah. And one thing, just now it struck me. Is there any similarity between your neurosurgery and this Saraswati Veena?
Neurosurgery and
Saraswati Veena, the brain and the spine and this instrument.
Yes, I think so.
What is this?
This is the brain.
Yeah.
This is the spine.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah. I want to have so much of information on this too, because I'm too inquisitive to know on the brain and the spine in relation to Veena.
Yes.
Could you enlighten me on this?
Yes. Thank you very much. We shall again come back to you with various future episodes of Mocking Hinduism by exploring different types of Vedantic concepts and in relation to human and modern science.